My name is Denise Patterson, and 2 weeks ago, I was standing in the baby section at Target when I saw my husband rubbing another woman's pregnant belly. Not just any pregnant belly, 7 months pregnant, with his baby. And when I confronted him right there in the store, in front of her, in front of everybody, you know what he said to me. He called me controlling. Me, the wife who worked extra shifts to pay our bills while he built a whole secret family behind my back. The wife who sacrificed everything. The wife who had no idea her husband had gotten another woman pregnant 7 months ago. He looked me dead in the eye and called me controlling for being upset. And the reason he used that word, it's going to make your blood boil. Because it's not what you think. Let me tell you how I went from shopping for my cousin's baby shower to filing for divorce in less than 72 hours. And why the word controlling was the biggest manipulation tactic he could have used. I met Cameron 6 years ago at a church singles event in Atlanta. He was charming, said all the right things, loved his mama, had a good job as an insurance agent. Seemed like a good Christian man. We dated for a year, got married at 25, bought a small house in the suburbs. I work as a dental hygienist at a practice downtown. We had a nice life, a simple life, or so I thought. Looking back now, Cameron always had this need to control everything. Where we went, who we saw, how I dressed, what I posted on social media. At first, I thought he was just protective. He'd say things like, "Baby, that dress is a little short. You know men look at you wrong. I'm just trying to protect you." Or, "Do you really need to go out with your girlfriends again? We barely spend time together." Or, "Why do you need to post pictures on Instagram? You trying to get attention from other guys?" I'd adjust, wear longer dresses, skip girls' nights, post less on social media. Because that's what you do in a marriage, right? You compromise. You make your partner feel secure. Except it wasn't compromise. It was control. And I was too blind to see it. About a year ago, Cameron started working late. A lot. He's an insurance agent, and he said he was building his client base, taking on more accounts, trying to make more money for us. I supported it, encouraged it even. "Baby, you work so hard for us," I'd tell him. "I'm proud of you." He'd smile and kiss my forehead and tell me I was the best wife a man could ask for. Meanwhile, he was building something else. A whole other life with another woman. Her name is Brittany. She's 26, works as a receptionist at a gym Cameron joined about a year and a half ago. I didn't know she existed until 2 weeks ago. But apparently, everyone else did. 6 months ago, I noticed Cameron started being extra nice to me. Bringing me flowers for no reason. Cooking dinner sometimes. Being more affectionate. I thought we were just in a good place. Thought our marriage was stronger than ever. Turns out, guilty men buy flowers. Cheaters cook dinner. Liars are extra affectionate when they're living double lives. 4 months ago, Cameron suggested I start working more hours at the dental office. Said we could use the extra money that he was stressed about finances. I picked up 2 extra shifts a week. Worked Saturdays. Came home exhausted. He said he was proud of me for being such a hard worker. For being a team player. Really, he just needed me out of the house more, so he could spend time with her. 2 weeks ago, everything exploded. I was at Target on a Saturday afternoon, my one day off, just browsing the aisles, trying to relax. I was in the baby section looking at stuff for my cousin's baby shower when I heard a woman's voice behind me. "Oh my God, these onesies are so cute. Baby girl is going to look adorable in this." I turned around out of habit, just being nosy, and there she was. A pregnant woman, very obviously pregnant, probably 7 months along, holding up tiny pink onesies. And standing right next to her, with his hand on her lower back, was my husband. Cameron, my husband Cameron, rubbing a pregnant woman's back in the baby section of Target. I stood there frozen, holding a pack of diapers for my cousin, watching my husband shop for baby clothes with another woman. He didn't see me at first. He was too focused on her, smiling, looking at the onesies, saying something about our daughter. Our daughter. I felt like I was going to throw up. Then he looked up, and our eyes met. His face went from happy to terrified in half a second. The woman noticed his expression change and followed his gaze to me. "Cameron," I said, my voice shaking. "What the hell is going on?" The pregnant woman looked confused. "Cameron, who is this? Who am I?" I nearly screamed. "I'm his wife. Who are you? Her hand went to her belly protectively. She looked at Cameron with shock and hurt. Your wife. You said you were divorced. Divorced. I stepped closer. We're not divorced. We're very much married. We live together. We share a bank account. We just had dinner together last night. Cameron held up his hands like he was trying to calm down two wild animals. Denise, let me explain. Explain. I looked at the woman. How far along are you? She was crying now. 7 months. 7 months. He'd been lying to both of us for 7 months. You need to leave, Cameron said to me. Actually said that to me. In front of his pregnant mistress. This isn't the place for this conversation. I need to leave. I laughed, but it came out harsh and broken. You're shopping for baby clothes with your pregnant girlfriend, and I need to leave? People were staring now. I didn't care. How long? I demanded. How long have you been sleeping with her? The woman answered before he could. 1.5 years, she whispered. We met at the gym. He told me he was divorced, that his ex-wife was crazy and controlling and they split because she didn't want kids. I actually laughed at that. Didn't want kids? I've been asking him for a baby for 3 years. He kept saying we weren't ready financially. She looked at Cameron, betrayal written all over her face. You told me she refused to have your children. Because I wanted her working. Cameron finally shouted. I needed her income to support. He stopped, realized what he was about to say. To support what? I asked quietly. To support your other family? Is that why you wanted me working more hours? So you could afford to take care of her? His silence was the answer. I left Target and drove straight to my mom's house. Told her everything. She wanted to go to his job, his mama's house, blast him on social media. I told her to wait. I needed to think clearly. That night, Cameron came to my mom's house. Knocked on the door for 20 minutes. My mom finally opened it and told him if he didn't leave, she'd call the police. Through the door, he yelled, Denise, we need to talk like adults. Stop being so controlling and dramatic. Controlling. That word again. My mom looked at me with rage in her eyes. Did he just call you controlling for being upset that he got another woman pregnant? Yep, I said, surprisingly calm. Do you want me to handle this? My brother Marcus asked, standing up. He's 6 feet 4 inches and played college football. Cameron's 5 feet 9 inches and soft. No, I said. I'm handling this my way. The next morning, I called a lawyer. A shark of a lawyer that my cousin recommended. Her name is Attorney Foster and she doesn't play. Here's what you need to know, she told me on the phone. Georgia is a no-fault divorce state, but adultery can affect alimony and asset division. You need to document everything. And I mean everything. So I did. I went back to our house when I knew Cameron was at work. I grabbed every bank statement, every credit card bill, every receipt I could find. And that's when I found it all. Hotel charges, jewelry purchases, baby furniture deliveries to an address I didn't recognize, payments to an OBGYN I'd never been to. He'd been using our joint account to fund his entire affair and secret baby. I'd been working extra shifts so he could buy his mistress a nursery. I took pictures of everything. Every statement, every charge, every lie documented in black and white. Then I did something I probably shouldn't have, but I don't regret. I logged into his email. I found everything. Emails to Brittany about how much he loved her, how he was going to handle me, how he just needed to keep Denise working and distracted until the baby was born. There were emails about finding a bigger place for him and Brittany, plans to eventually divorce me, but not yet because I need her income right now. I was nothing but a paycheck to him, a way to fund his real life with his real family. I filed for divorce that afternoon. Attorney Foster moved fast. We had the papers drawn up and filed within 48 hours. But I didn't just file for divorce. I also filed a police report for financial fraud, because he'd been using joint marital funds for his affair without my knowledge or consent. Then I called his job, spoke to his supervisor, told them I was his wife, that I was divorcing him for infidelity, and that they might want to look into whether any company resources had been used for his personal affairs. Turns out, he'd been using company time and company gas to drive to Brittany's place during client visits. His supervisor said they'd investigate. I also called his mama, sweet Mrs. Patterson, who was always telling me what a blessing I was to her son. I told her everything, sent her the receipts. She cried, apologized, Said she didn't raise him like that. Then I did the pettiest thing. I posted on Facebook. Not a long rant. Just a simple post. After 5 years of marriage, I've learned that some men will call you controlling for having basic expectations like loyalty and honesty. Prayers appreciated during this time of divorce. Red heart. Within an hour, I had 200 comments of support, and Cameron's phone was blowing up with calls from family and friends asking what happened. Cameron showed up at my mom's house again that night. This time he was served with divorce papers, right there on the doorstep. He tried to talk through the door again. Denise, you're overreacting. We can work through this. My mom opened the door, just wide enough to look him in the eye. My daughter worked extra hours to help support your household while you were building a second family behind her back. And you call her controlling for being upset. Get off my property before I call the police. You're turning her against me, he yelled. This is exactly why I couldn't stay married to her. She's always so controlling, so jealous, so unwilling to let you use her as a bank account while you play house with your pregnant girlfriend, my brother said, appearing behind my mom. Yeah, real controlling. Cameron left. That was 2 weeks ago. The divorce is proceeding. Attorney Foster says because of the documented financial fraud and the evidence of his affair, I'll likely get the house and most of the assets. His job put him on probation pending investigation. Apparently using company resources for personal affairs is frowned upon. Who knew? Brittany called me 3 days after Target. She was crying. Said Cameron had been lying to both of us. That she was sorry. That she had no idea he was still married. I believe her. She was a victim too. Just a younger, more naive one who believed his lies. She asked me what she should do. I told her that wasn't my problem to solve, but that she should probably get a lawyer for child support because Cameron's about to lose a lot of money in this divorce. She thanked me. Said she understood if I hated her. I told her I didn't hate her. I pitied her. Because she's about to have a baby with a man who lies as easily as he breathes. As for Cameron, he's been texting me from different numbers, calling me controlling, dramatic, crazy, jealous, using every manipulation tactic he can think of. I block each number. Don't respond. Don't engage. My lawyer handles everything now. You know what the worst part is? Cameron genuinely believes I'm the problem. He actually thinks I'm being controlling and unreasonable for divorcing him. In his mind, he did nothing wrong. He just fell in love with someone else. He couldn't help his feelings. He tried to make it work with both of us. And me being upset about it, that's me being controlling. That's the mind game abusers play. They cheat, lie, steal, betray you in every way possible. And then when you have the audacity to be hurt, to set boundaries, to demand respect, they call you controlling. They make you the villain in a story where they're the one who destroyed everything. But I'm done being the villain in his twisted narrative. I'm 30 years old. I'm a dental hygienist with a good job. I have a family that has my back. I have friends who showed up for me. I have a lawyer who's fighting for me. And soon, I'll have a divorce decree that says I'm free from a man who valued me so little that he built an entire second family while I worked extra hours to support us. So why did my husband call me controlling after I found out his mistress is pregnant? Because controlling people hate losing control. And when I found out the truth and immediately filed for divorce, he lost all control over me. He lost his ability to manipulate me, to use me, to keep me working while he played house with someone else. He lost his safety net, his backup plan, his financial support. And men like Cameron will call you every name in the book when they lose their power over you. Controlling, crazy, dramatic, jealous, bitter. But you know what I call it? Self-respect. And that's something he can't take from me. No matter what he calls me, I'm free, I'm healing, and I'm never looking back. That pregnancy reveal didn't just expose his lies. It set me free from a marriage that was built on manipulation and control. And honestly, that baby did me a favor. Because without her, I might have stayed. I might have kept working myself to death for a man who was using me. But now I know the truth. And the truth set me free. So thank you, Brittany's baby. You saved me from wasting one more day with your daddy. And Cameron, you can call me whatever you want. I'm too busy living my best life to care.